Welcome, everybody, to a journey through Reddit stories. I hope this is an ongoing series involving myself, everybody knows him, everybody loves him, Will, and
Let's give a round of
newcomer to the
applause.
channel, Nathan.
Hello, hello.
So in this series, Will, is there something
I was
you
gonna
wanna-
say, I only got like an hour before the paparazzi is gonna kick down the door.
Yeah,
so,
Yeah,
exactly.
of course. Yeah, 'cause
I
you're
did
so
send them
famous.
your IP address. So
I don't know why
Oops.
you told them I was gonna be here.
So, this seems pretty
It
self-explanatory.
was
but
really
in this
inconvenient. I had to
this
fight like
series,
Bro,
6 of
shut
them.
up, Will.
in this series, we go through Reddit stories that we pick and find. I guess this week I'm reading them.
Nice.
I would like to start off the podcast
On a great
with
note.
a story from r/lost media titled "Osama bin Laden's Animal Crossing Save."
Yeah.
I thought that was a pretty good way to start this whole thing out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Seems pretty good.
demonetization is
It's
The
a beautiful
goal.
Hey,
thing.
we love
It's
Animal
been more than a
Crossing.
minute.
true.
So in the I won't read all like the updates and everything because no one really cares. If you really care, we'll have all the stories linked in the description for you guys to read.
Yeah, or just look up the title. It's okay.
Yeah, that's also true. So the post says, we know that Osama bin Laden played Wild World on an emulator. For the record, how we know that, I don't know.
Actually, no, I do. We do know that. That's the thing.
No, I agree that we know that, but like, why do we know that?
Well, because they searched his hard drive.
Yeah, I have
they
no
were just
idea how
like,
they got that information.
Oh, they got plans to blow up shit. Animal
Oh,
Crossing Wild
Animal
World
Crossing
on an
save.
emulator. Like, that
Yeah.
being said, the FBI hasn't released his town. Is there any chance they still have it? And if so, would it be possible to like FOAI request it and get the save running to explore?
Damn.
This
So-
man wants to fucking explore
He just wants to
Osama
see.
bin
Listen,
Laden's-
listen. He just wants to see the inside of Osama bin Laden's head. You know? You spill that out all on Animal Crossing.
His Animal Crossing town's actually just an advanced manifesto.
Oh, God, Andrew's dying.
All right.
Andrew's dead.
Yeah, I am. All right.
Very
So that
political
I
first post.
That's a
I
pretty good.
I
that's
thought
pretty
was
good
a
post, yeah.
yeah a pretty good We'll give that one lost media out of 10. One being
Quality
good, I guess, in this
anti-meme.
case.
One?
Um,
1 out of 10?
No, one being good.
Oh, one being
Obviously.
good. Oh,
No, I'll give it an 8 lost medias out of 10.
that's fair.
I'll give it an 8 Osama bin Laden's
eight,
Animal Crossing
yeah,
Worlds.
8
out
Osama
of
bin
10.
Laden out of 10 Osama bin Laden. Yeah, that's pretty good.
8 Osama bin Ladens out of 10. All right, so we our next one, definitely I didn't skip one there, is from r/am I the asshole, and it's titled, "Am I the asshole for getting upset and telling my dad his girlfriend didn't buy me a Starbucks drink?" I can
a
already
good
tell
title.
from the title, yes, you probably are the asshole. I, 17F, have been living with my dad, 45M, his girlfriend of 2 years, 33F, and her daughter, 13F, for a couple of months now, while my mom, 40F,
Why do we
is
need to
visiting...
know how old they are?
Huh? I don't
Why
know.
do we...
Reddit-
It's so
People who
specific.
post on Reddit have a very have a knack to just like explain shit that just like isn't relevant to the story
Yeah,
at
that's
all.
true. I feel like that's most
Um,
Reddit posts.
The red herrings,
Yeah.
bro.
I don't even know if it's. I think they're
Okay,
just like
let's
this
just-
information is
Let's
relevant.
get on with the.
and-
We
and
haven't
it's, like,
even
not.
gotten to the good parts yet. Will's just concerned with, oh, brother, they put the ages in there? What the fuck?
I want to know if the dad is legal.
Well, he's 45, so I would hope.
Yeehaw, brother.
And the mom is visiting the sick grandmother in Sweden. I've only ever stayed at my dad's on weekends, so it's been hard getting used to living with his girlfriend and her kid full time. The kid is super whiny and pretty spoiled because the girlfriend dotes on her, so I usually just stay up in my room. Today, a girlfriend was was taking her daughter on a special outing. because she had passed a math test. My dad suggested I go with them for a girls' day out.
Nice.
I wanted to say no,
Okay.
but I knew he wanted me to get to know his girlfriend and his girlfriend's daughter better, so I agreed. He gave his girlfriend $300 to spend during the
Oh
outing.
my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
It is quite a bit of monies.
Yeah.
It's a good amount.
We
just for
spent
an
the day
outing.
going in and out of yeah, seriously. We spent the day going in and out of stores girlfriend's daughter liked in the mall complex. Girlfriend ended up buying her a shit ton of clothes, makeup, and other stuff I don't remember. Way back home, girlfriend stopped at Starbucks because daughter wanted a drink and some cake pops. She ordered a drink for her and her daughter and 2 cake pops. I asked her if I could get something, and she said she ran out of money and that she'd quote, get me something next time. When they got their order, I asked if I could have one of the cake pops, and girlfriend said that it was her daughter's treat for her hard work, and it would be wrong for me to take one since, quote, I didn't do anything that deserved being rewarded. Oh my God. Good Lord. I'm not going to lie, I was pretty upset. When we got back home, my dad saw their drinks, asked where mine was. I told him that, quote, I wasn't allowed to get one because I don't deserve it. His girlfriend got upset and said I was twisting her words. Daughter said I was just being greedy and jealous of her. I know I'm not entitled to a drink or a cake pop, but I also don't think I was in the wrong to be a little annoyed. All right.
I think this is
I
kind
will
of
have
to
fair,
say,
to be honest.
I would have done that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've definitely changed tune by the end of reading
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Most of these posts are like, yeah, you're the asshole.
Oh,
but
yeah.
This one,
Like, well, yeah, because they fucking clickbait the titles. It's like, am I the asshole for killing my neighbor's dog? And then it's like, my neighbor's dog ate my child, and then I killed it. Am I the? And it's
Am I
like,
the- am
no,
I the asshole?
obviously you're not.
but this was pretty reasonable. I feel like.
Yeah, honestly,
Like,
you do
my
the exact same
girlfriend-
thing I would have done.
Yeah.
Being passive aggressive and an asshole.
Well, the girlfriend did kind of seem rude, to be honest.
Like, oh, I ran out of money. Bitch, my dad gave you $300.
And the fact that she said she didn't do anything that deserved being rewarded.
That
so
I would
funny.
like. That would like cut deep.
That's like,
I'd be
what?
like-
Like holy
That's-
shit,
that's,
that
like,
would
personal.
stick with me for like the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's just a bruh moment right
Yeah,
there.
big bro
Yeah.
moment for sure.
I'm gonna give this one a "you are not the asshole" out of 10.
Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely
Yeah,
fair.
yeah,
Dude, no, cause I remember reading it and I was like, man,
Yeah.
flip.
I remember just being like,
I wasn't prepared for the silence.
oh,
Okay, so
It just kind of filled everything, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna say.
oh, poor Will.
my
poor Will.
waveform is literally just like lines and then nothing for like 5 seconds.
Dude, that's how my waveform looks most of the time.
My waveform be like,
All right, so
Ooh, ah.
this is one. Our next one is titled, or is from r/TIFU, which is today. I fucked up.
Ooh, you
This is
said a bad
titled
word.
"Today I fucked up by scarring my daughter for life." Again,
Oh,
super
shit.
clickbaity.
yeah,
like
it
this
sounds,
is super.
All right, are we
fucking
taking any
clickbaity.
guesses? Any guesses? Predictions? Maybe.
Fart
Maybe.
mask.
Okay, that's a good one. That's definitely out of the box.
Nate, do you have a suggestion?
I'm thinking like maybe she saw them having sex, like parents having sex.
I see.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, I will warn you. It's neither of those things.
Oh,
so
God damn
don't
it.
get your hopes up.
Oh,
So, all right.
my
Obligatory
sweet
English is
God.
not my first language, so feel free to microcomb on mobile, so excuse formatting. And this happened an hour ago. So, my daughter,
Damn them.
whom is approaching her 2nd birthday, has had a complete obsession with cows for the last 3
Oh
months.
no.
Having grown up with cattle, this has been a wonderful phase for me personally. My wife and I have taken her to feed and brush some cows. She, I'm remembering how it ends. She,
You know what? This reminds
she-
me of the Doja Cat fucking
True.
music video.
She has all the toys and stuffed animals relating to cows/farming. Yesterday, we were at the nice outlet mall doing some shopping, and within said mall is a store called Lush. For those unfamiliar, Lush is an upscale bath/personal hygiene store. Within said store, they always carry a rotating selection of bath bombs. Much to our surprise and excitement, they had cow-shaped and colored bath bombs. My daughter goes nuts, pointing and having a grand time that we found a cow. So we get it for her. Not only is it her favorite animal, but she loves bath time. So we fill up the tub. We get her excited for the bath. We give her the cow bath bomb. She's over the moon. She dunks the cow. It begins to fizz. Then it begins to liquefy in her hands. She panics. The bath bomb disintegrates as she tries to hold it together. She's scrambling to give us the pieces as her cow melts into a purple soup. She's splashing through the water, screaming, "Cowie!" The cow is gone. Bath time will never be the same.
Oh no! Oh my god!
Oh, no.
Dude, this is like.
I think I've read this one before. That's funny.
This is like a core
So
memory, like that changes
that
the
she
course
will,
of her life
she will
forever.
remember when Cowie disintegrated in her hands.
That's so
That
It's like
sucks.
where you were when you saw the blip.
It's
It's the same feeling, honestly.
Yeah, same
Bruh.
feeling for that thing that none of us have experienced because it's not real.
Well, I mean, when you watched it in the movie, I mean, it was like,
no, yeah, fair enough.
I don't know.
I'm
I
just
just
gonna,
imagine the
I'm just gonna
feeling
eat this
as
Oreo. I really hope it gets picked up.
Fuck you! I'm
While
think
talking.
he's
someone-
talking.
Do you think someone got blipped like mid-sex, and then
Mhm.
like when they came back, their partner was having sex with somebody else, but they came back naked in
What?
the same place?
Well, allegedly, when the Hulk snapped, he was like, "I wish for everyone to come back, and anyone who was in a plane is put on the ground." But I really like to think that just hundreds of thousands
all
of
just
people
went
just
back.
get put back in air.
That's really
Like he's actually responsible for the death of like thousands of people.
Like they just come back, but
That's
then
really
it's like the
interesting.
Kentucky meat
Mhm.
showers.
It's like I wonder
Yeah.
how many people at one point are in the air. Cause I imagine there's. Well, dude, I don't know. You're
I
right.
mean, how many people are in a plane? At least
Right
10
now.
people.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
six.
would bet.
Maybe 6.
I would bet there's at least 10 people above me right now. How many people are in ISS? Does that count? Probably 4.
All right, let's get on. To the
Drew,
next
wait a
reading.
minute. Did anyone
No.
in the International Space Station get blipped? And then when they came back, they were just in
In
space?
space, huh?
Is
That's
there
unlucky.
is there a Marvel canon planet
International
that's
Space
like
Station.
no, like a planet that they also would that blip it? If he blip, would he blip that? Like
What? What'd you
hold on,
just say?
wait.
Thanos blipped everyone.
Oh
He-
yeah,
he-
that's
He
right.
killed all life
Yeah.
like half of all existing life.
Yeah.
And then Hulk was like,
No.
I want to. I wish everyone who got disintegrated comes back, except for the people on the International Space Station and in planes. They're on the ground.
I mean, if you think about it, if everyone were to come back from exactly where they were, everything in the universe is constantly moving anyways, so they would just
they wouldn't.
At
in the
least
middle of
one
the-
person would be jerking off. And
Well,
then
no,
suddenly
that's.
come
I don't
back
think that's what he's
jerking off.
saying. I think he's saying
No,
like
I know, but that's
the
what I'm
Earth
saying.
is moving, so people would be displaced a little bit, but.
Well, right. It's the
But that's
same
also
idea that,
important
like,
what you said.
like you like you can't time travel to a different date in like in the year because then the Earth will be in a new
different location and you'll
in a
just be
different
in
place.
space. Yeah.
I think that's bullshit. I think the extremely theoretical concept of time travel.
Yeah, that's fucking so stupid. God damn it.
All right. On to our
Imagine
next
if you
one.
were
All right.
jerking off
Oh,
in the
Maybe
bathroom,
not.
and then
Well, okay, let's
and then
move
when
on.
you come back, somebody else was using the bathroom.
Just like
Like
check,
mid
please.
splurge.
Yeah, what if mid goop you get fucking dusted, and then you come back mid gloop It's a 5-year fucking
Mid glue.
Do you think
orgasm.
do you think half of the sperm would have also dusted as it came out?
You see like little white bits of dust.
Oh my god.
Wait, does that mean everyone's balls were zapped that day?
Bro.
Oh my god.
And
Everyone
everyone's
lost
eggs
their-
taken halfway.
I guess. Well,
Oh,
I guess that's
so.
getting into the political debate of what's. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Let's move on. Let's
All right.
move on. Let's
Anyway, our
Life
next
believes
story.
there's
Our next
semen.
story comes from r/confession. Seems pretty
Ooh.
self-explanatory. So this one's titled, "When I was 9, I used to pour glue on my brother while he was in bed."
That's dope. I like this.
My brother and I had a normal relationship
I doubt this.
where we would get into small arguments and fights, but nothing out of the ordinary. At the time, I was 9 and he was 10. We always woke up early, which made it hard for him to stay up as late as me. Or he always woke up early. I would get bored at night when I didn't have my brother to keep me company, so I would get up to trouble. I decided it would be fun to pour glue on him in his sleep. You know, just like woo wacky pouring glue on someone.
I mean, it's like satisfying to peel off of people.
Yeah, I guess. But imagine like you just wake up suddenly and just glue is being poured on you. You're like, what was happening?
I think somebody would be coming on my lap.
What? What? It
Anyway,
wouldn't be warm though.
well,
Hot glue.
anyway. um, I remember the first time I did it. I put it in his eyes
Oh
and
my
ears.
god.
I remember
Boy.
waking up to him panicking and calling our parents for help. After seeing how he reacted, I was scared and decided not to do it again. That was until he broke one of my toys. I don't know what the toy was, but it made me mad. When he fell asleep that night, I took out the glue and poured it in his nose.
Jesus
I used the
Christ.
rest of the bottle. And got it all over him. He woke up because his airway was obstructed and he started to freak out. I then threw the bottle at him and our parents ran into the room. I was in deep trouble. I was grounded for 3 months. I got moved into a different room downstairs. Both my brother and I refused to go into it because we thought it was haunted. I hated that room. The only people who know about this are my parents and my brother. Now imagine,
Jesus.
you're pouring glue over someone's nose like a psychopath, and they wake up panicking because they can't breathe,
Screaming.
and your first instinct is to throw the bottle of glue at them.
Fuck you. Splat.
Yeah, there's at least plausible
Now,
deniability.
just imagine you're the brother, and you're like, oh my god, I can't breathe, and then just get
That's
a glue bottle
terrifying.
thrown at you. Like, ow, what the fuck?
Dude, that's terrifying. I
He
actually can't
abandoned
imagine.
all
Awful.
plausible deniability.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, this guy's fucked.
100%. Yeah, oh, honestly. Yeah, no, I like, me and Mary, my sister, used to fucking, like, hate each other sometimes when we were kids. But I cannot imagine
Yeah, dude. No, me and
pouring
my brothers
glue
too.
in her nose.
I feel like that's a
I
universal
mean, you
experience.
two also have siblings. I
Yeah.
mean,
Like,
I wouldn't be surprised if Nate was just like, yeah, I poured glue
yeah,
in
exactly.
Jackson's nose one
Yeah,
time.
I feel like that kind of relationship with, your siblings is, like, if you have a sibling, it's like you've experienced this fucking terrible, like, chemistry that can happen between these,
Oh, yeah.
especially when we're young and we're just crazy. No
Mhm.
common sense. Let me pour glue in
Oh,
this
yeah.
motherfucker's nose.
This motherfucker getting glue nose.
I used to tell my parents that my sister punched me when she babysit me, and they'd be like, "What? No, I don't believe you."
It's like that Simpsons episode with like that horrible babysitter, but like nobody believes Bart, so he like, gets it on tape. Except you
Well,
were just lying.
Yeah. I was just lying.
What?
Yeah, Will's a liar.
What is it? Was it?
She made me mad. I was like, "Bro, I want to
trying
do
to
this."
think,
She's
wasn't
like,
wasn't there
"No."
something really funny you did to your sister when you were a little, Will? I mean, not a little, but like.
When you're a little baby, little tiny baby. You remember that?
Oh, I came up with the best insult that she cannot stand. And I came up with it. Loron.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of anything else I've
I
done
do
to her.
remember. I do remember Lauren. That's pretty great. I mean, Nate, you and your brothers used to like fucking get into it.
Yeah, no, we would actually fight. Like,
yeah.
I don't know why. Like, I hated it. I always hated it. But they would just get me so, like, round up and wild up. I would just go crazy.
I mean, they're your older brothers. Like what?
They would make me so pissed off that I'd want to fucking beat the shit out of them. But I never would. I would always just get beat the
Right.
fuck up.
Yeah. I do remember there would be a few times in the pool where you would try to go after Jack and dunk your head under the
Exactly.
water, and your mom would be like, Jackson,
Exactly.
stop!
I just stood no chance. No chance.
All right. Our next story also comes from r/confession.
Nice.
It is titled, "My friend and I burned down a house when I was a kid."
Oh, this is a
Whoa.
classic. This
I
is a
know, right?
classic.
Classic. When I was around 8 years old, I lived in an area that had a lot of summer homes. After summer was over and the home was empty, my friend and I would break in. Break in is used loosely, as a lot of the times the windows were unlocked, or even sometimes a door. We used to
No,
look for
you're
money-
just justifying.
Whatever. I mean,
You can't
Yeah,
justify.
that's copium right there. Oh, the door was unlocked, so we just, walked
we
in.
can just go right in.
I mean, like, it's not breaking and entering because I just walked in.
Yeah,
I didn't
exactly.
break anything.
Yeah, I didn't break anything. I just
I'm
entered.
only entering. Yes.
And burglary and arson, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, we used to look for money. We loved going to McDonald's.
Holy
Again, not
shit.
relevant. Just not fucking relevant. Like, okay.
Okay.
That's not even like a proper... Whatever. One time, we even found a lockbox. Busted that open with a sledgehammer. We usually didn't take anything but money. There were
But we weren't
TVs
doing
or
anything.
beds.
We're just busting
But, like,
open
okay.
safes.
And
Taking
well, I'm not trying
money.
to justify it. Like, who the fuck leaves their door unlocked?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
okay,
know.
so like it's a summer home, right? Like,
Yeah.
so you're only going there for a few months out of the year.
That's true.
So,
Why would
like-
you keep a safe there?
And right, well, that. Why? Oh, I know just where to put my social security card.
In this place
In
that
my
I go to
summer home.
once a year.
Oh, I
Right,
guess
yeah,
I'll leave
put
the
it in
door
my
unlocked
summer
too.
Nobody will find it here.
Yeah, exactly. There were TVs or beds, but I was 8. What would I do with any of that? Almost never any toys. I did take a really cool looking mini statue. I still have it to this day. First off, this is like every like 5 words is like a sentence. Like there's a period between.
Also, we're just gonna skim over the fact that he was 8 when he was doing this.
Yeah, oh yeah, no. Well, he says that in the beginning. He says when I was
I could.
around 8
8?
years old.
Wait, who is
Yeah.
it? A partner in crime or his
Jesus.
brother or something?
It's
Who's-
after summer was over,
It
my
says
friend
my
and
friend
I.
and I. So.
But he doesn't. The one time they don't specify the age.
Yeah.
True.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
All right, so we were in one house playing with those long wooden matches. One of them lit the shag carpet. We couldn't get it out. We rode our bikes out of there like the devil was on our heels. Some days later, we both rode our bikes back to the house. The place was burned to the ground, destroyed, nothing left. I can still smell it. I also remember I stepped on a nail and it went into my foot. Hurt like hell. We rode our bikes away and never
Good.
talked about it again. My family moved away when I was in 5th grade. I lost contact with the kid. Have never told anyone.
Holy shit. That's a dark secret.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly. I mean, again, like who the fuck leaves their summer home just like open? But also,
That's
Who plays with
unfortunate.
matches?
Bro, he
Who
was
and,
8.
like,
since
He was
the
8.
basement.
you only gained consciousness like 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's true. And this kid was
Like
8.
you're
I
sitting there
mean-
just going, you're just sitting there playing with matches.
Me too. I've only gained consciousness like 4 years ago, dude.
Yeah, that is true. like I don't even remember like then again, like clearly this kid's like parents don't really give a shit about him.
Jesus.
Just letting him fucking do whatever.
Yeah, how
Um,
does he
I feel
like
like that's
buy
kind of how it
McDonald's
was in the
all
old
the time?
days. Kids,
In the old days.
parents would just be like, "Oh yeah, just like go burn down houses, kids."
Whatever.
And the
As
kids would
long
be
as
like,
you don't turn
"Okay."
out like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah,
We don't really care.
exactly. The
I'm
good old
trying to think
days.
of like
Even
some
when
of
you
the
do, we don't.
or, like I did as a kid, or like even we did, Nate, because we spent most of our childhood together. But I don't remember there being anything like crazy that we fucking did.
There probably was that we just don't remember, to be honest.
Yeah.
I remember. Well, nothing that we did together, but I remember in elementary school. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Anyways, I'm standing in line with this girl, right? And we're just talking, and she's like, you want to see how hard like I can slap you? And I'm like, sure. And like she slaps me really hard, right? And I'm like, can I see how hard I can slap you? And so I slapped the shit out of her. And the teacher's like, oh my god, Nathan. So, that was pretty bad.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, that was pretty
Hard
bad.
I can slap you.
I don't know. I feel like that's such like a kid thing, though, right? Like
Oh,
that's such a thing to do when you're a
100%,
kid.
100%.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was like the first time I ever got like what was it, like purple or whatever? Remember that? Like it was like the
It
worst.
was like purple or blue.
It was like the worst color you could get for like detention.
Yeah, for fucking elementary school. They can't actually reprimand you. You're a bunch of fucking children.
Oh, good times, good times.
Slap the fuck out of her.
I mean, I
That's
set off the
bad.
fire alarm.
How did you do that?
That's a classic as well. I feel like
I
that's
did
a
it
classic.
twice, actually.
Wait, like in your house or at your school?
In elementary school.
How did you set the fire alarm off?
Did you
Twice.
Twice? Just because you wanted
Yes.
to?
Well, no, because I was fucking around with the chalk. And
Okay.
I, like, banged it up, like, next to the fire alarm thing.
Oh my god.
You're such an idiot.
And
You're
it
such a
set it
fucking
off.
Idiot.
And
That's like such a
Because I
real
had-
way to set off a fire alarm.
because I saw it in, like, movies or whatever that it works, so I was like, I wonder, and then it did. And then we all laughed, and they were like, man, what
This
caused
kid's an
that?
idiot.
No, they were like, what caused
Oh,
that?
they didn't know?
And then, no, they didn't know. And then we went back, and the first thing I did was try it again. To which I was immediately caught,
Holy, that's so.
and they
that's
figured
really
out
funny.
that, well,
That's a good
you
story.
could probably imagine the rest.
The double fire
I
alarm.
I remember I wasn't even a kid. This was literally like, this. I'm sure I've told you guys this story before, but I'll tell it on air.
Oh shit.
So it was, I think, my junior year of high school. I knew this kid Raymond. I fucking love Raymond.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember
Raymond.
He so we had this it was essentially shop class. And we learned how to do a bunch of shit together.
Whoa, what the fuck did you just do?
What? Oh yeah, I got louder. I looked at my waveform and I was like, this is very quiet. So I'm
Oh,
sure that'll
really?
be
How I'll
fun.
do this.
Uh-huh.
How do I sound?
Yeah, how does this sound? Does this sound good?
Anyway, so
Wow, I mean, my waveform was really cool.
Yeah,
man.
my waveform's like. But you.
I'm so glad your guys' waveform is really cool. So
Did you want to tell a story? Go
Yes,
on.
Yeah,
Go.
can you
I'm trying
please continue,
to.
Andrew?
All right,
God.
yeah, continue. Go. I
Jeez
mean, what's stopping
Louise,
you?
yeah,
What
what's
the heck?
Hold up, Andrew.
we had to build this shelf in the
Stop
shop
stalling.
class, and I was like, I'm not confident in my skills as a builder. And Mr. Jameson, the teacher, was like, you guys can't work in partners. And I was like,
Bruh.
hey, can I work with
Bro.
Raymond? And he was like, sure, I don't really care.
What? So he makes you work with me.
And yeah, he very specifically was like, on your own. And then I was like, hey, can I work with Raymond? He was like, sure, I don't care.
Please can I?
And so it's made out
Please.
of wood glue, nails, and wood, obviously.
Okay. Fair enough.
And
Naturally.
the last step is to stain it.
Yeah.
So we're staining it, and Raymond finds a bottle or a can.
Really, Will?
Thank you, Will.
Oh, my bad. I
a
didn't know that was
can
gonna get picked up.
of
Oh my God.
of lacquer.
Jesus. Will.
You,
Okay.
you done?
Hold on. Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay. So he finds an unopened can of lacquer, and he pops it open, and literally just starts pouring it out of the can on
Wait,
goes
like how much
full
are we
upside
talking?
down,
Oh my God.
like the entire can. Mr. Jameson is freaking out. He's like, Raymond, what are you doing? He's like, that's gonna like fumigate the whole like downstairs area of the school. He's like, we gotta
my
get the because it's in like the basement. There's like a garage door to the outside. He was like, we gotta get this door open, and he's like opening the door.
It's like apocalypse survival.
In the meantime, the entire downstairs basement of the school starts to smell like lacquer.
that's really
and
bad.
the wood glue starts to melt on the shelf. So as we're carrying it, the shelf just starts to fall apart. And I was
This is like
like,
worst
Raven,
case
you
scenario.
literally just put us back to like square one. He was like, yeah, it looks nice though. And I was like, yeah, I guess it looks pretty shiny.
Why did he do that? Why did he
He
pour
was
it?
just like, she's like, yo, he's like, look at me pour this lacquer, and he poured the whole fucking thing. It was so, oh my god, so
That's so funny.
Raven, what are you doing?
That's so funny.
We gotta get this out of here. He
insane.
acts like it was a fucking
Like a bomb. Yeah, we gotta get this out.
I mean, to be fair,
Get in the
like,
shower! Get in the shower!
the fucking
Oh my
custodians
God.
came down and was like, it smells like
Really
chemicals
bad
Is everything
down here."
okay? Mr. Jameson was like, yes, everything's fine. And there's a disintegrating shelf
That's
sitting
really
outside. It's so good.
Holy shit.
All right. So,
I've met
I always
Raymond once.
I always like to end on a high note.
Last
So
one?
this last story is titled "Today I fucked up by letting my boyfriend eat my ass."
Oh,
Today I fucked up by letting my boyfriend eat my ass.
awesome.
So my boyfriend kept telling me how. First off, this is weird. Like this first sentence is weird. So my boyfriend kept telling me how excited he gets when thinking about eating ass.
I don't know. That's kind of kink shaming, Andrew. Can you
Well,
really say that?
I really imagine he's just like, oh, like I just get like butterflies in my stomach thinking about eating ass.
Shut the fuck up.
Will, just DM it to me.
I'm looking for it.
He's looking for it.
Okay. I've always been against it, but his constant repetition got me wondering what it would feel like, so we decided to give it a go. During foreplay, he asked me again if he could eat my ass, and I said yes. It felt so weird, it got my abs tensing up.
Classic.
While licking down there, he decided to start fingering it too. NSFW warning. I don't know if anyone's really listening to this like in their car or something, but NSFW warning.
Oh, well, I guess we should edit that in, like, warning,
Yeah, maybe I'll put it in
warning.
later. While looking down there, he decided to start fingering it too. The saliva was working as lube, so it
Oh
wasn't
my
painful or
God.
anything, but I was feeling like I was gonna poop. I just ignored it. I just ignored it and was just so lost pleasuring myself with my vibrator. When I orgasmed, I heard my boyfriend shout as if he was in pain. I was super stressed at this point, scared I might have pooped or something. He took his face out and stared at me. It was covered in brown, watery material,
my
and he ended up
God.
throwing up on me.
That's
Guess I got
disgusting.
food poisoning or something and ended up diarrhea blasting him.
Jesus
We discussed it
Christ.
after he had a shower. I wanted to cheer him up, so I told him I enjoyed it except for the poop part. He sat there in shock for a while and told me he doesn't want to eat my ass again for a while.
Dude, that's how you get fucking PTSD.
That's how you get a fucking disease, dude.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Honestly, if I'm ever like in any situation, if I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna have to poop, I never go, yeah, no, I'll just ignore
I'll
it.
just
Sure, I
ignore
don't
it.
have to poop.
Especially
Sure, I'm
during,
sure this
like-
feeling, this very distinct feeling that my body gives me every time I have to take a shit, won't be me having to take a shit this time.
Especially during something like this, you'd maybe want to consider that a
Ugh,
little
ugh,
bit
it's
more.
so gross.
Oh my
Andrew,
God.
I can't find it. I know I sent it
give
to
me just a
somebody.
second.
Dude,
We sent it to
that's
people, but I
nasty.
can't remember.
That's so
We
disgusting.
did.
Dude, it's the best 2 posts I've ever read in my life.
That's like
Yeah,
nightmare fuel.
it's very good.
No, I'm talking about this next one.
I know. I'm talking about this one. It's nightmare fuel. Like that is nightmare fuel.
Are you an anal pursuer?
I just don't want to get shit on.
Get shit on, kid!
Where is it? Oh, here it is.
You found it?
Yes. All right. So for the last two, for the last one, we have a two-parter to end off the first episode of this new series. So this first one is titled "My husband confessed that he wants me to peg him. I decided to give it a try last night, and it was a big mistake."
Big mistake.
So, Nathan, I do not think you're ready.
I'm so unprepared.
And audience, I do not think you're ready.
Okay, if the last one was you were like, oh, that's a little too much.
Then
This one,
click off now. Like
Leave.
this is fucked with a capital F.
Fuck
F
with
to
a
the E
capital
to
F.
the.
All right,
You know what I'm
so
saying?
my husband confessed that he wants me to peg him. I decided to give it a try last night, and it was a big mistake. I was honestly shocked when he told me he was into the idea of pegging and wanted to try it. He's a very old-fashioned and masculine man's man. He's not the type at all you'd imagine to be into such things.
Real
figured, why
man wanna
not?
get fucked.
I know, right? I've seen him fuck me. It doesn't look too hard. I'm not the one taking it. Thankfully, he dropped the idea of being in my ass years ago. So now what?
So why?
Or
not?
so why not? Yeah, what the fuck?
So now what?
Well, we went to the sex store, bought a strap-on, bondage gear, and plenty of lube, and gave it a shot. Well, it was hard to ease it into him, but we finally got it in there. He seemed happy, and once he loosened up, I really started going to town on him. He was tied down and had a ball gag in, which is new, but it's what he
Damn,
wanted.
he really went all in.
It was hard getting. Oh, that's right. They just kind of like copied and pasted the first sentence again. He was moaning really loud and had multiple orgasms from what I could tell. But then, eventually, he shook his head to tell me it was time to stop. So I slowly pulled out the strap-on, and liquid
Oh
poop
my
came gushing out of him like a river, all over our beautiful bed sheets. All over our beautiful bed, our sheets, the sex towel we laid down, and my legs and feet. It wouldn't stop coming out of him, so I did the only thing I could think of. I shoved the strap-on back in to stop the flow. When he made that made him scream loudly behind his ball gag, and really only made it slowly leak out. Then I threw up all over his back and ass, and he threw up all over the ball gag and nearly choked on his own vomit.
Jesus
But
Christ.
thankfully, I was able to release it so he could breathe. But of course, he continued gagging and vomiting, as did I, until we were both done. This isn't even like... Well, I'd say that's like the worst part of it, but still. There's some more fucked up shit.
Oh, my head hurt.
We both were in
insane.
tears, crying and in shock. He weakly asked me to untie him, so I let the shit and vomit off my hands, and I did then slowly pull the strap-on out of his still leaking asshole. We both stood there for a moment, still crying and gagging occasionally. He said, "What do we do?" I told him, "Let's just say fuck it and strip everything. Throw it out and clean it as best we can." We both jumped in the shower to hose ourselves off, and I opened the bedroom door to get garbage bags. Our dog was at the door and missed us, so he rushed in the bedroom, and before I could stop him, immediately started licking up the diarrhea, vomit, lube, and
Jesus
cum
Christ.
mixture. This, of course, caused my husband and I to painfully gag and dry heave more.
Classic dog thing.
I grabbed the dog and said, "Yo, what the dog doing?" I grabbed the dog and set him outside. We got everything into bags, took off the mattress protector to wash it, and threw the bags in the trash, cleaned up the carpet where it spilled, then showered again and brushed our teeth, and remade the bed, sprayed air freshener, and lit candles. During the whole process, which took hours, we broke down and cried multiple
That's
times.
insane.
We went to sleep without ever saying a word to each other and barely said anything to each other this morning before work. I haven't seen him yet, but I don't know what he's feeling or if we're okay in our marriage now. I'm honestly so disgusted still by the whole experience, and I don't know if I can ever bring myself to do that again.
Whew,
So
that was
I would just like
intense.
to. So there's a second part to it, by the way.
Oh, okay.
One of the edits is so there are two edits. The second one is just like we talked it out. I'm gonna do it again. But the first edit is this is wow. This is really blown up. I'm glad people can find humor in it at least. And yes, I'm aware anal douching is a thing and that there's prep involved. But apparently my husband is less informed. I want the sentence, apparently my husband is less informed, to stay with you during this next
Uh-oh.
story.
Okay.
Because let me tell you, husband's kind of an idiot. All right.
I forgot about
the-
this really. You were really passionate about this. I forgot.
Yeah, because it's like, how could you be so underprepared and so
mean-
stupid?
He's not very smart.
He's really not. All right, so for our last hurrah on this episode, this one is titled "Update on Me Pegging My Husband. More disaster.
More
We give up on
disaster.
anal." So with the edit to my post, he and I decided he was going to try putting it in my ass next, which we did tonight. So I, for people at home who don't know, I have had experience with having to do body cleanouts that involve just shitting a lot. And let me tell you,
Classic Andrew.
these people
It's weird
did
to
not know
out
what they were
yourself
doing.
to
No,
out yourself
like,
on here.
I know, because
It's
like I
okay
know
if
what I'm
you're
talking
gay, like,
about.
we get it.
Andrew,
And these people do
expert
not
on-
know what they're
on
doing.
shitting. Expert shitter.
This
here.
morning, I took a bunch of laxatives and cleaned myself out with an enema kit from the drugstore. I also didn't eat anything for several hours, and he bought special lube from the sex shop for my ass. By the way, if you take a bunch of laxatives and an enema, you have to wait like a day to be cleaned out. Like it doesn't
Oh
just
my
happen
God.
over a matter of like hours. We tried it an hour ago, and it did not go very well. Well, this evening came around, and we started foreplay, and eventually I was naked on the bed, bent over our sex pillow.
Oh,
lubed me
yes,
up.
the sex
He
pillow.
lubed me all up and gently stuck a finger in me, which honestly felt really good. Then he grabbed his new special lube he bought and started to slide himself in slowly. It was really tight and almost hurt. Thankfully, he's not super big. And eventually, I know,
small
right?
penis
Like,
too.
wow, bitch.
Oh my god.
No, I'm fucking idiot. And eventually he was all the way in. It was really tight and felt really good for a bit.
Oh.
But suddenly my asshole
getting
started to
turned on
feel
by
really
this.
started to feel really weird and kind of hurt. Then it started burning, and so did he. It turns out this next sentence I would like to emphasize. It turns out he accidentally bought lube that had an icy hot
What
quality
does it
to it.
even mean?
Which doesn't sound good to me at all, especially not in your asshole. The sensation got to be too much to bear. This is the best. The sensation got to be too much to bear. He slowly pulled out of me, but the friction made it intensely hot, and I yelled. This startled him, so he pulled out a bit fast, and I farted loudly, and my stomach was apparently still affected by the laxatives and wasn't as empty as I thought.
Oh my
I sprayed
God.
hot diarrhea and lube out of my ass, which was still burning, all over our backup sex towel, our other set of
God,
sheets,
dude.
the floor, and my husband. He had recently eaten, so of course he threw up. Not on me, just on our carpet, which we had just put in last year, which was so expensive, I honestly wish he threw up on me instead. I, of course, dry heaved and continued pooping on the bed out of my burning asshole while screaming and crying. He started crying too. We cleaned up again, threw more bedding away, and just laid down. Thankfully, the dog didn't get
Dude,
to eat it this time.
This is so
My
bad.
asshole still burns, and we're both so upset we feel like dying. We swore we are never doing anal again, or at least not for a long time.
Like,
We're just going to take this as a sign. Again, like,
are you serious?
how many, like, what?
Dude, they're giving like 100 billion, like so much advice in the last post.
Like,
And it's like,
honestly. And they
first off,
followed
a
none
lot
of
of
it.
people in the comments are like, this is fake. I don't even, it's funny. Like, even if it's fake, it's funny. But also, like, Like, okay, so the husband didn't understand how to literally prepare for something that usually has something go out of it to have
Yeah.
something stuck in it,
Yeah.
right?
He didn't
And
know
then-
to do shit. He really didn't.
Yeah, he didn't. And then she doesn't understand how laxatives
Yeah,
work,
so they're both pretty stupid.
and he doesn't. Like, how do you buy icy hot? First off,
Yeah.
who sells icy hot lube?
Listen, I guess
That
some
just
people are
sounds
into that.
Terrible.
But why would he get that? That
But
goes
why would he?
beyond me.
Did he just go, oh, lube? Okay. It's not like this
Oh,
is
it'll
going
make
in like
it'll make it
an
cold.
asshole.
I don't know. This guy's
I
an
just
idiot.
like, even if this is fake, I don't understand these people.
Holy
What if you just
moly.
bought like car lubricant?
What?
Like car oil.
Car lubricant?
Yeah.
Like antifreeze?
Fucking windshield cleaner.
Maybe they're
Classic.
both just really informed.
I don't know, man. Like,
uninformed.
That's ridiculous.
That's so disgusting. I can't even believe
That's
it.
yeah, that's pretty fucking gross.
Like the fact that it happened not once, but twice.
but twice.
And probably
I mean-
And
ruined
again,
their
like
relationship.
a lot of people are like, this is fake, but I'm like, I don't know, man. People are pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like something
Like a lot
I
of
would
people
do.
are like, why would you go into anal right after? And it's like, people are fucking
Yeah,
dumb,
these
man.
days it's hard to tell whether or not it's real or not. 'cause
Yeah,
people are so
honestly.
stupid.
I thought
People
you
are
were gonna
so
say it's
fucking
hard
dumb.
these days. It's hard to tell with the holes.
Which one's the ass? Which one's the other one?
I just don't have
don't
the
even
same
know.
vision I did when I was younger.
They,
Back
they,
when
they,
I was a boy.
they sound the same to me.
They sound the same.
Yeah.
All three holes.
Yeah, there's more than that, Andrew.
All right, listen. Just get the funnel.
Get the funnel.
Get the funnel.
Get the funnel.
Yeah, pour this icy hot lube down my asshole.
Make it
With
burn.
the funnel, baby. Let's go.
Make it burn.
Get the funnel, baby.
Maybe
Can't
it
you
is
buy
some sort
like
of
an
masochism
oil
thing.
drum of lubricant?
Yeah, it's like $5,000 or something.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, if I get like
yeah, well,
if I get enough money to buy it, I will buy it.
yeah, I knew that's what
Hold
you were
on.
gonna fucking say.
Why? What would you do with it?
You know,
I
one
want
of
to
the
make a
things.
video with it.
A video?
And then
Yeah.
use it
Yeah,
for
that does not sound good.
personal things.
No, I want to do a video where I like put a swimsuit on and I just get in.
Oh, you just jump in the
Like a just jump in the oil. Careful, the president might think it's an actual barrel for some sort of war over here.
yeah, and they'll blow it up, and you
Woo!
up.
Well, once I get in there, it'll actually be oil.
Yeah, true.
Cause
True, 'cause you're
I'm
in
the
a
oil
liquid
baron
shit.
Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a better joke. Cut mine out. Just leave that one in there.
Does anyone else have anything to say?
Honestly,
Don't forget to liquid shit in your coffee every night.
True.
I
Don't forget
think,
to liquid and subscribe.
I think this is a good lesson for everyone.
True.
Always
Just don't do
douche
anal.
before everything.
True, and never take a shit ton of laxatives
yeah,
before
and
getting
always
something shoved
read
up
the
your
lube
ass.
label. Read the lube label.
True.
Don't
If
be
it
getting no
goes
icy hot.
inside you, read the label, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, honestly,
It's a good life
I feel
lesson.
like that's for everything.
Yeah, especially like to avoid Westworld things.
yeah, true.
What are you talking? You've seen Westworld?
Who, me?
Yeah, but I know that
No,
it's crazy
Will.
up in that
Oh,
bitch.
I was like,
Yeah, but not because things are. You know what? Whatever.
Yeah, I could
No,
be
he's
Westworld
right.
at any moment.
Andrew, he's right. I don't know what you're talking about. He made a pretty,
You know what? You're right. I think
pretty
I watched
cut
a
and
different
dry simile
Westworld.
right there.
I think I watched a different Westworld.
Dude, it's a
than you guys.
Mandela effect.
Yeah, it's the Mandela effect.
In a world, you've been dropped into a world where I watched Westworld, and it's this different Westworld than what you know.
It's the Westworld where you get Westworlded by getting something.
All right,
shoved up your
guys. Thanks you all for watching.
Who's May on the
Thank you
Sphinx
all
May?
for listening to today's version of r/Reddit.
r/Reddit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you all for taking a journey through Reddit stories.
Yeah. That's what
The
I.
journey.
Cue relaxing piano music.
Dude, I'm literally gonna journey through your balls.
Goodbye, everyone. Don't use icy hot lube.
Don't use us.
Oh, just take ice cubes and shove it up your butt.
I used icy hot lube. Biggest mistake.